Hello, welcome to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. My name is Claire Hill, self-belief and business coach and founder of the Vivid Business Club, here to tell you that all of your magic is there and to support you to be the most magic and vivid version of yourself and to stop comparing yourself to every Sheila, Brenda and Debbie and all of the rest of the other people, because comparison is a bitch and it is going to keep you stuck in your tracks, and I'm fed up with it. And this is why I've created the Productivity Academy, and I'm going to share with you one of the reasons why I don't want you to compare yourself to other people anymore. One of the things, I mean, there's lots, and I could deep dive into all of those things in separate episodes, but today I'm just going to focus on creating content. Now, before I go on, just go and check for me that you have liked and subscribed to the podcast. Now, I want you to listen out for Thursday's episode. So this episode is published on the 29th of July. The episode that comes out the Thursday after this episode, so the next episode, there's going to be a little competition involved in that episode about sharing wordy reviews on the Apple podcast, which I will talk about more in that episode. But for now, go and check that you subscribed and followed. And if you would love to rate me on Spotify, it takes like 2 clicks. And it is just giving me like a virtual hug to say, thank you, Claire. Thank you for giving me all this free stuff. I really appreciate it and it really helps. So there's a little task for you. Go and check now. Okay, so let's get cracking. I'll be honest, I don't know why. I'm live streaming on Instagram at the moment. I don't know why I make a hot cup of coffee, for the fact that I am going to be talking non-stop for the next 10 minutes, and I'm going straight into a meeting. Then I'm going into a Dream Team Mastermind meeting, and then I'm going straight into a guest expert masterclass inside the Vivid Business Club, and then I'm going into another meeting. So I'm back-to-back meetings today, and I hope I get to drink a hot cup of coffee. I'm just going to take a little sip. Always put your energy first. Okay, so last week I was hosting some extra VIP sessions as part of my off the back of my productivity masterclass, how to double your productivity in just 7 days. If you haven't watched that masterclass, if you're watching on live on Instagram now, or if you are listening to the podcast, you can go and access that masterclass and get instant access. You can just follow the link in the show notes or the link in my bio. And through that productivity masterclass, I wanted to supplement the masterclass with some extra support, and we raised some money for Winston's Wish, which is my chosen charity, a charity that supports grieving children to find hope. So I did these extra sessions, and one of the participants, she's an ex-client. She's actually bought the Productivity Academy course, which I just love, because she definitely was part of the inspiration, as some Vivid Business Club members are as well, and some of my clients. But I think if you work with me on my highest tier program, I support you with all of these things to help you be more organized and productive, just off the back of that. So the course is for, I suppose it was inspired by some of the clients that I'd worked with before that I couldn't get that in-depth knowledge to. And also, I think sometimes when you're in those one-to-one meetings, there's so much that you cover that some things can be forgotten or missed, and you can make the best notes, but it's actually having a program that you can stick to, implement and take action. And this is where the beauty of the Productivity Academy comes into its own, because it's a course that you have lifetime access to, that I will be updating as and when I feel the need, or when I feel like a lesson might looks a bit tired, I'll do that up. And this is for years, like our productivity and efficiency can be tweaked and made over and constantly developed into the best possible thing for us continuously. Now, that's not that you have to put lots of effort in, lots of hours. All of these lessons are designed to be really bite-sized, so they can be taken in, 5-minute to 15-minute lessons, and there's action steps straight after. So it's very easy to implement. And remember that you're going from time poor to time rich. So you're going to have the time in your schedule to apply what you learn. So one of the things that she was talking about, and like I said, I said to her, "You're my ideal client for this, so I'm really glad that you've bought it. Means that my messaging and marketing works." And she said, like when you've been speaking about the Productivity Academy, it feels like you're talking directly to me. I'm finding that I procrastinate. I stop what I'm doing. I'll be wanting to do one task, and then I get down a rabbit hole of sometimes you started a task and you think, right, I'm just going to do that quickly, but then that sort of starts this sort of action steps or chain reaction. That's what I'm looking for, a chain reaction into the wrong direction and away from what you were meant to do in the first place. Or you might find that you think, right, I'm just going to have a quick cup of tea, you boil the kettle, and then you're in this cycle loop of the apps. Do you do that where you just go Facebook, yep, Instagram, yep, email, yep, maybe TikTok, okay, done that, I'll just quickly check Facebook again. Yeah. You're just going round in this great big loop all of the time and just trying to get yourself out of it. And she said, I find it really difficult. I've never been able to block record in batches for my content. So because I find myself with all of this inspiration, I just think, oh my goodness, that's such a good idea, and I want to action that idea immediately. And then what happens is I then lose track of what I'm doing, and then I get caught up in something else, I get distracted, I start procrastinating, and then a whole day has been lost because though my first direction, the first task that I wanted to do, I had started and was doing really well with, but then this amazing idea of inspiration for content just landed in my head and I wanted to action it. And if I didn't action that inspiration straight away, I was going to forget about it, or it would lose its power and be diluted because the energy isn't behind that piece of content. Now, you might be listening to this thinking, that is exactly me. Now, what I want to share with you is that I don't teach for you to batch your content. Anybody can teach you to batch your content. First of all, you need a marketing strategy. Next, you need a plan. Then you need to schedule out that time, and you need to make sure that that content, it has intention behind it and you can do it all in one go. Then you need to find time to edit it, publish it, schedule, all of that. I don't teach for you to batch, although it's a fantastic thing if you can do it. But some people, some of you, and maybe you, right, listening right now, you can't batch successfully because you have this inspiration. So the reason why I'm talking about comparison in this is I see so many of my clients and members of the Vivid Business Club beat themselves up because the way that they work or the way that they function with creating content, and I'm going to talk about creating content specifically because how we're all needing to create content. We are all here to market our business. Most of you are listening to this because you found me on Instagram. I mean, I'm streaming live on Instagram right now. Instagram is part of my funnel. It's not the only way that people find me, but Instagram might be your main traffic that comes into your funnel. And so that therefore creating content and intentional, meaningful content that actually nurtures your audience, attracts new people into your audience, and so you can make money from them, it takes time and it takes patience. But sometimes it's those pieces of content that just land in your head and you think, I feel so excited, I can't wait to create it. But then you beat yourself up because you can't batch, because you don't know when those inspiration sparks are going to come in. And then you can't go back to your original task. What if you created a system for yourself that allowed you to be inspired and create content like that, and stopping you from comparing yourself to people out there? And I'm going to say something really controversial. And this might be because these are the only people that I see on Facebook, Instagram talking about this. And this is nothing, but I feel like there is too many people teaching how to create content and market your business, and they don't have children. And they don't have, and I know that might be quite a spicy comment, but I feel like there is another, not saying that when you don't have children, you've obviously got, I remember not having kids and I had a lot on my plate and I had to be productive and efficient. But there's like an element of different kind of organisation. You have to be working in like 5-10 minute bits really, and working for 2 hours straight on just creating content, though the dopamine is incredible and it's fantastic, I feel like sometimes that kind of content loses its energy and its passion. And if you feel the same way, what I'm offering you is an opportunity to learn differently and learn a way and a system that is going to support you to create that inspiration, bring it into your work on a daily basis, but allow you to go back to what you are doing. And that system is creating that 1-2-3 approach, where you come into your morning, you do a brain dump, you prioritize and highlight what you're supposed to be getting done and what's important, not urgent, what's important to your business. And then you put numbers next to these tasks, so that if you've got to say 3 on the list, then all of a sudden something really inspirational comes to you for content. You can do that content, you can create it, and then you go back to that list and you know exactly where you're starting from. And because it's ordered in the order of real, importance, and getting that stuff done that really moves your business forward, it doesn't really matter if a couple of those things go into the next day, because you've already done the really tough stuff. So I'm just suggesting there's another way, suggesting that you stop comparing yourself to people that are teaching you to batch content, and that isn't for you. I batch some stuff. I'm not saying don't batch anything, but why not work with yourself, work with your superpowers, so that you procrastinate less, because you're in that magic, you're in your zone of genius, you're doing what you love more, so you're less likely to compare yourself. And the reason for that is that you're building up your trust, you're building that self-belief, you're building your confidence, because you're doing more of the important stuff. And so therefore doubt is quieter, doubt is not getting in your way, and so comparison isn't even on the agenda, because comparison is a complete waste of energy. You are the magic. You are everything and more that you dream of. It's just about finding that magic, and for you to see it and amplifying the shit out of it. And that's what the Productivity Academy does for you. So the introductory offer ends at 8 o'clock on 31st of July. If you are a Vivid Business Club member, there is a special code sitting in your inbox so that you can get 50% off. I want you to understand that this course is for life. It's not just, I was saying it's not just for Christmas, but this is a course that you can dip in and out of. If you're like, I can't do that course right now, that's fine. Buy it now while it's on an introductory offer, and you're going to save £100, because it goes up to £297 on the 1st of August. Get the introductory offer, and then you can do it whenever you like. You've got lifetime access to it. Any questions, you know where I am. Come and message me on Instagram. That's my email. My email is claire@clairehill.uk, and my Instagram is I am Claire Hill. All right. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing, and I'll speak to you soon.